welcome back to Basic Yoga. My name is Shannon, and this is our third installment of Basic Yoga. So today's practice will continue with linking our breath to our postures. But I also would like today to play around with setting an intention. It is your choice to set an intention for each class, and that could be anywhere from a motivational quote or a mantra or a saying, something that's special to you. I thought I might lead us into an intention today. So, welcome back, and let's settle into our space here. So, letting go of what came before class and what might come after this class. Go ahead and thank yourself for carving out this time. And then, like before, let's come into the breath, using the breath to quiet our minds and link body, mind, and spirit together. Remember, hands face down, palms touching your knees or legs if your mind feels busy. Or palms up, receiving, if you're ready for class. Whatever comfortable position for you. So taking a deep breath in, slow breath out through your mouth. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out your mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Staying like this. If it feels okay to you, you might want to move into the Yogic Breath, which is that sealed lip breathing, sealed mouth breathing. So inhaling through your nose, then exhaling with your mouth closed. Inhaling through your nose, belly expands, chest slightly lifts, and then exhaling through your nose. Feeling that ocean-like wave in the back of your throat. Knowing at any time, whatever breath you choose today during this practice, it is your choice. Inhaling slowly and exhaling equally as slowly. Deep breath in, slow, gentle breath out. And now for that intention. So for today's practice, I'll invite you to concentrate on gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and a deeper compassion for yourself and others. If you practiced with me before, knowing that we do our best to abandon what we feel we might have to be doing on the mat or should be doing, or what my body should look like. Imagining your mat, and this time, whether you're by yourself or with a friend or a partner, your mat is your own separate space, your safe space in which to move your body freely without judgment of yourself or others. Inhaling here, exhaling out. Let's begin with our warm-up. Releasing your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach all the way up, nice long spine. Exhale to either side wall, reaching as if you could touch those walls. Inhale, skyward. Exhale, either side wall. Inhale. As we reach up, we're going to hinge now to the right. Gaze up or down. Inhale, center. Reach. Exhale, left. Anchoring the right sits bone to your mat and just reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, just like this with your own breath. Inhale, reach center. Exhale, left. Dropping the shoulder. Relax your jaw and your face. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, down the center line. Seated cat-cow here. So bring your hands to your side, along your sides. Roll your shoulder blades up, back, and down. Remember, we're inhaling for cow. Chest lifts, belly softens. Then exhaling, chin to chest. Tuck your tail, tuck your navel. For cat. Inhaling, lift your chest, lift your heart. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Chin lifts slightly if that feels okay in your neck. Exhale, chin to chest. Curve your spine. Inhaling up. And exhaling, leaning all the way back. Couple more like this. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Your last one, coming back to a neutral spine, shake that out. We're gonna warm up these hips. So crossing your right leg in front of your leg, or crossing over if you're able to keep both sits bones on the ground and both feet on the ground. Lifting your chest nice and tall, relax the shoulders. Inhale, arms sweep up. Then as we exhale, keep your hands skyward, but twist your chest to the right. Gently look at me, and then as you exhale, let your hands fall where they may. So maybe the back of your forearm braces on your knee, palm towards your mat or up, or maybe you grasp left palm to that knee and go for your twist. Deep breath in, slow breath out. On your inhale, expand your belly like a balloon. Then exhale, squeezing your navel back toward your spine. Twist just maybe a ½ inch more from those shoulders. Keeping the gaze neutral to the side. Or if that feels okay on your neck, you may look over that back shoulder. Deep breath in here. All the way from the crown of your head. Exhale down your spine. Inhale. And exhale brings you back to center. Cross. Left leg on top. Okay. If that feels okay to you, again, your choice. You can sit crisscross, okay, with your left foot in front. You can bring that left foot to the ground, okay? Or you can cross over if that feels okay. So each time we come to our mat, it's different. Each time our bodies feels just a little bit different. So tune in here, use your breath and tune in to what that feels like. Inhale again, arms sweep up skyward. Exhale to the left. Drop those hands, nice tall, long spine, shoulder blades back and down. Hugging, the palm hugs the knee. The back of the forearm meets the top of the knee, or your hand comes up. You choose. Long spine here. Try not to round your shoulders or into your back. Take a deep breath in and imagine the breath from the base of your tailbone traveling all the way up through the crown of your head. Deep belly breath, inhale. Fill up your belly. Then exhale, squeeze your navel back toward your spine and maybe twist just slightly more from the shoulders. Gaze stays neutral to your side wall, or if it feels okay, you can look back behind you. Feeling this nice, gentle spinal twist. Inhale here. Exhale out, last one. Deep inhale. Exhale brings you back to center. Now, release both legs, shake those out, knees come together. We're gonna deepen this just a touch, warming up these hips a little bit more, okay? So, bringing cross your left foot to your mat, okay, shin drops. If your knee stays lifted off your mat, that is totally fine, okay? Today, my knee is gonna stay a lot lifted. We're gonna use our right leg to anchor on top of the left. So fire log, you may remember this from our first video together. So shifting your weight, okay, make sure you're like me, you may need to separate the flesh a little bit. Staying nice and tall, okay? And so gaze down. Check in here and make sure that both feet remain flexed, okay? So here's a point, okay? Pointed toe, then flexed. In this position, I'm gonna invite you to stay with those your feet flexed, okay? And then adjust as you need. So whatever feels good to your body, maybe you bring that foot closer to your hip bone, or maybe you bring it out towards to where your shins are stacking. Okay, keep those feet flexed. Now arms to the side, long spine, shoulder rolls up, back and down. And we're gonna shift our weight forward and use the weight of our torso to stretch out these hips. So inhale here. And then exhale, hinge from your hips. Now I want you to imagine you're reaching with these collarbones out in front of you. So that will help you keep your back flat, gaze neutral. Okay, and my body is going to tell me right away, hello, where I should stop. Okay, deep breath in, slow breath out. Keeping your back flat, okay, and gaze down. Maybe you walk those feet, arms and hands a little bit further out in front of you. Okay, inhale here. Then exhale, reaching with that collarbone, flat back. Maybe you add a little bit more weight. Maybe your forearms even come to your legs. Okay, so yoga should never be painful. So if you're feeling a painful sensation, that's your body's way of telling you to back out just a little bit. You have your own permission to do so. Deep breath in. And then exhale, draping the torso over those legs. Feeling that stretch here. Sits bones, hips. Imagining your breath, soothing those tight spaces. On your next inhale, I invite you to come to seated. Neutral spine, chest lifts. Unfurl those legs. Shake that out. Okay, hip rocks. Back and forth. Opposite leg on top. Left leg on top now. Shift, shift, shift your body weight so your sits bones are on your mat. Okay, different side. And so it may be different how you position your legs here. If this is a totally uncomfortable position for you, I invite you to simply just use the traditional crisscross legs. You'll still get the deep enough stretch. All right, so you choose. Remember, flexing those feet, stacking, okay? You'll see there's space here. Inhale, and hands come to either side. Lift your chest and tilting forward, reach. Inhale, and then exhale. Let your gaze fall to the floor and use that breath. Imagine it flowing through your hip muscles, your glutes, your low back. Tuning in if you need to back out a couple inches. keeping the feet flexed. Inhale. Maybe exhale, you walk those hands a little forward. Maybe you bend your arms and your forearms come to your legs to add a little bit more stretch. Slow breath inhale, slow breath exhale. When you're ready, inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, and unfurl those legs. Shake that out. Now, I'm going to shift to one side, okay, long side of your mat. I'm going to invite you to roll back one vertebra at a time, okay, so arms lift, okay, and very, very, very slowly, squeeze your abs as you roll, slowly, slowly, slowly back, hugging those legs to your chest. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Let's do a couple ankle rolls here. That felt good. So intuitively, that my feet started doing that, right? So hopefully that feels good to you too. Okay. Maybe you want to rock side to side, massaging your spine. All right. Bringing your feet to your mat. We're going to keep warming up these hips. Just do it reclined, okay? So crossing your right ankle on top of your left knee. Right ankle on top of left knee. Keeping, again, that top foot flexed, okay? Keeping our foot flexed during these postures when I cue for it helps protect your knees. And we so very much need our knees to be the longevity of our knees, okay? So here's your options for this posture. What feels good to you here? So I can already feel, honestly, I do a lot of sitting for my job, things like that, and I feel the stretch here, keeping that top foot flexed. I already feel some stretching here in my legs, my hip flexors. I'm gonna tune into my breath. I can stay here, pushing even my shin or my knee gently away is a very good stretch. Okay, stay here if you'd like, or if you want to, you could try lifting left foot off of your mat and then coming through with your right arm through, left hand, and maybe you clasp the back of your thigh. Keep that top foot flexed. Intuitively, I've started to rock a little bit. What feels good? Feel free to back out at any time and push that leg away. Or stay here, clasp behind the thigh. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Staying here, or if you'd like, you can creep those little fingers to the outside of your shin. So no rushing here. Want to rush the stretch of your legs. And keep that foot flexed. Wherever you are, know that's where you're supposed to be today. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Left foot comes to the floor. Clasping our right shin, extend. Left leg long. Ooh. Okay. Hugging one knee to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, extend that right leg long. Take a moment and breathe here. You feel a difference on that one side. Let's match it with the other. So, bringing that right knee bent. We're going to flex our left ankle and cross it over our right. Left ankle on top of our right. You've been here before, so what feels good? Pushing away, and the inside of the leg away. It's a different side, so maybe you already know, oh, I'm going to clasp behind my thigh. Keeping with your breath. not rushing. Okay. You're squeezing that leg toward your chest. Whatever feels good. Maybe you're creeping those fingers to interlace on your shin. Top foot stays flexed. You might see my bottom foot is also flexed. That helps me remind me to keep them flexed. Protect my knees at all times. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Hugging the left leg toward our chest. Right leg is long. As you hug your leg toward your chest, make sure your shoulders, your small of your back remain on your mat. Inhale here. And exhale, release. Okay. Reaching both arms up overhead. Full body, strong, superwoman, superman, super person stretch. This time you can arch the small back off of your mat. Inhale, then exhale. I'm going to invite you to rock and roll. So, come to a seated position. Let's play a little bit. So, hands can be behind the thighs or on top of your shins. What feels good? So slowly start rocking back and forth. Okay? When you're ready, come to a seated position. Very good. Bring your knees down toward your mat. We're going to come to the traditional tabletop position. Fingers spread really wide on your mat. Hips. Hips are in line with your knees. Okay? And shoulders are rolled back and down. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Starting here with some just what feels good to you before we move into our cat-cow. So dynamic stretches, what feels good. Maybe you sit back into a child's pose. Maybe you're doing some figure eights. Feels good to me today to hold my stretch and shift my weight to one side. Maybe the other. When you're ready, coming back to that flat back, neutral spine, okay? We're gonna level up our cat-cow. So actually, we're just gonna give you some options today. So feet can be flat, okay? All 10 toenails to the mat, whatever feels good to you. Or if you'd like the little toe stretch, okay? You can move in and out of this. So toe stretch, cat-cow, okay? So let's work into that. So our toes do a lot for us, and mostly they're crammed into maybe socks or tennis shoes. Okay, we're moving into colder weather. It might, we're going to be using those much more and less into boots or rain boots, tennis shoes. So gentle toe stretch, tuck all those toes. And you can even go back. My baby toe doesn't quite make it, but, okay? So I'm gonna have to manually put my little baby toe down. So I'm gonna stretch these toes just a little bit. So again, cat-cow, setting up wrists in line with your shoulders. Inhale, belly drop, soft belly. Inhale for cow, shoulders down your back, squeeze. Then exhale for cat, arching up, tuck your spine. Press through your palms. Inhale for cow. Roll the shoulder blades back. Soft belly. Exhale for cat. Tuck navel, tuck spine, tuck chin, and press. Maybe you press a little bit gently now into those toes. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Move with your breath, okay? So we don't have to stay here with the toe stretch. You can bring your tops of your feet to your mat. And exhaling for cat. Whatever feels good today. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, shoulders roll back. Exaggerate this motion now. Arch up for cow. Feel your collarbone open. Heart presses forward. Exhale for cat. And come back to a neutral spine, tabletop position. Now we're going to move into, briefly, sitting here on our heels, hero's pose. Okay? So nice and tall here. And I'm going to invite you, if this is not at all comfortable, skip this totally and stay with cat-cow. Okay? Okay? If you'd like to meet me in hero's pose, okay, I'm going to sit on the inside of my heels. Okay? If you have a block or a pillow at home, you can also sit that under the glutes. Okay? So nice long spine. Shoulder blades down and back. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, coming back to tabletop position. Right leg comes forward through your hands. Coming up, lifting your chest, lift your heart, opening up this hip flexor. Okay? So left hand comes to your hip, rocking back and forth. Now if your knees feel a little finicky, okay, today, you can always fold that mat to double it. Okay? And I'm going to do that. Okay, so checking in, rocking back and forth here. Hands can be at your hips, okay? Left hand at your hip. Checking to make sure that your right foot, your knee is in line with your ankle. And we're trying to open the inside of the knee. So make sure the knee isn't collapsing to the midline, middle of your body. I feel this nice stretch here, quads. Okay. Keeping your right hand braced on top of your right knee, reach your left arm up, squeeze your glutes and reach as if you could touch the ceiling. So, slight tuck of the tail here, engaging, squeeze that left glute. You feel a little deeper stretch? Inhale and exhale, release. Okay. Other side now. Left foot forward, right foot back, knee in line of the ankle. And this side for me today is a little bit less stretchy. So my awareness, my breath is coming there automatically. I'm going to imagine my breath soothing that hip. When you're ready, a slight tuck of your tail, okay? Bracing your left hand on your left thigh, right arm reaches up and out. So opening up this side body, okay? Squeezing the glutes, okay? Really squeezing the right glute as your right arm comes up. Reach taller, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, release. Unfolding your mat that was folded. Going back to that neutral spine. Tabletop position. Okay. Inhale here for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale here. Exhale, cat. Building on this. Coming back to a neutral spine. Okay. We're going to roll those shoulder blades down your back. Fingers spread really wide. We're going to push our hips up and back behind us into our first downward facing dog of the day. So you may have already gone there once you heard downward facing dog. If not, we will stretch those toes, lean our hips up and back behind us. So feet should be hip width distance or more apart. Maybe you're pedaling the feet. Gaze is between the space in your legs, okay? Maybe you're stretching, you're bending your right knee as you gaze under your left forearm. Other side, maybe bend your left knee, straighten your right. Whatever feels good to you here. So nice, long spine. Your hamstrings are a little tight. You may even go a little bit wider and then bend your knees much more, okay? Eventually, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings will warm, okay? But right now, let's do what feels good. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Relaxing any tension in your jaw, here. Deep inhale. And slow exhale. Bend your knees. Look at your hands and walk your feet slowly forward to meet your hands. Staying in a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Gaze, head heavy, okay? So here, maybe you're keeping your fingertips on your mat, swaying back and forth. Maybe it feels good to bring opposite crossing your forearms and bring your opposite palm to opposite elbow. And what feels good? This is your practice. Wherever you are, whether hands are grazing along your mat, and I invite you to lift your right heel as your left heel stays on your mat. A little hamstring stretch. Okay. Now lifting left heel, right leg straighter, micro bend in that knee, no pressure behind there. Other side, right and left. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Both feet come back to the ground and slowly, very slowly, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. Mountain pose. Coming back to your breath here. Deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. Okay, hands at your sides. Tailbone slightly tucked. Nice long spine. Inhale, arms sweep up. Palms facing. Then as you exhale, palms come to touching and hands come down the midline of your body, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Palms come to just below your knees, long flat back. Okay, no pressure here, below the knee or above the knee. Nice long flat back. Inhale, exhale, release. You can bend those knees generously if that feels good. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back extends, light pressure. Squeeze your navel to your spine. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Downward facing dog. Warming up the lower body here still. It's what feels good. Shifting your weight back and forth. Pressing those hips up, back, and behind you. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Right leg sweeps up and back behind you. Okay. Try not to open that hip. Okay. Keep your hips square so both hip bones facing your mat. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through to your hands, coming into hands to your waist, coming to a high crescent lunge. Okay. Shoulders up, back, and down. Spine, long spine. Hands at your waist if you'd like, or reaching up. Deep breath in. So strong breath out. Your back heel is pressing to the back wall behind you. Okay? This is too much. You can bend that knee and come down. You choose where you are. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Hands come to your mat alongside or back alongside that front foot. Back knee comes to the mat. Flat foot, all 5 toenails into your mat. Lift your chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale down the center line. Relaxing the shoulders. Okay. And that hip flexor stretch that we did before, long spine. Come out of your hips. So nice, tall, long spine. Okay. And start walking that right foot toward the outside of your mat. Okay. Going into a little deeper stretch here. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Staying here, or if you'd like, meet me by putting your hands on the inside of that front foot, fingers spread wide. Okay? Now playing here, what feels good? Maybe you're rocking back and forth, keeping that front foot planted. Okay? Or maybe get a little psoas stretch, opening the knee, letting the knee fall to the outside and coming to the outside edge of that foot. Okay, you stay here if you'd like. Okay, or if you'd like to, you can meet me down on your forearms. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale here, exhale out. 2 more breaths, wherever feels good to you. You give yourself permission to come out if you need from the forearms, or if you have a block, you can rest your forearms on mats. Okay, deep breath in, slow breath out. Bringing that right foot back behind you. Fingers spread wide, hips back up and behind you, downward facing dog. So shake that out. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Walk your feet slowly to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, long, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. You can have soft knees here, bent knees if you'd like. Pressing through those feet as you rise on an inhale, sweeping arms up. Palms facing, palms come to touch, prayer pose. Exhale, down the center line. Relax the shoulders. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, palms come to touch as you fold forward down the center line. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha, shoulders back and down, navel to your spine. Scoop out your belly. Inhale, embrace your core. Exhale as you fold. Bend your knees and plant your hands. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and back behind you, squaring off that hip. So here's hip open, toes skyward. Here's hip close, toes point down to my mat, my hips down to my mat. Inhale, then exhale, step. Left foot through to your hands. Back knee drops to your mat, coming up, just like the warm-up. Squeeze your glutes, okay, and engage. Hip flexor stretch. Left hand stays on your thigh, reaching up. Deep inhale. And exhale. Walking right foot to the outside edge of your mat. Okay, giving some space, staying here if you'd like. Or invite you to hinge your weight forward, reaching to your mat. Okay. You can walk that leg, extended leg back behind you if you'd like. You can be on blocks, okay? Or you can even be on your fists, okay? What feels good here? Go there, okay? So maybe you're rocking back and forth. This lizard pose, maybe your outside edge of your foot, maybe you're letting that outside edge of your foot open for a different stretch, so as, okay, knee opens, you stay here, or if you like, you can go down to your forearms, okay? This side, for me, is very different, and that's okay. I'm gonna invite you to do is feel what is good to your body. Stay at your hands planted on your mat, come down to your forearms, okay? Or if you'd like, you can even stack your fists, one fist on top of the other, and come down and have your forehead on top of both fists. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, slow breath out. And this deeper stretch. Pay attention to your breath. So I noticed my breath caught just a little bit. I wasn't able to take a real deep breath. So that is telling me that I need to back out one step. This side is different, and that is okay. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Slowly walk the left foot in, coming up, both arms reach up. Exhale down the center line. Hands on either side. Left foot meets the right and back, and hips push up and back behind you. Downward facing dog. This is our home base today. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Walk your feet slowly forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Sweep your arms out and up. Exhale down the center line. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale. Prayer pose as you bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, plant your hands. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right leg sweeps up and back behind you. Square those hips. Exhale, step it through. Coming to a high crescent lunge, okay? Strong back foot here, okay? This back leg can be bent if that feels better to you, or you can be pressing through that heel. Hips come to your waist. Do a little assistant balancing there, okay? Inhale, arms sweep up. Palms facing, shoulders back and down. Nice long spine. Inhale. And exhale, prayer palms, bowing forward. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Left leg sweeps up and back behind you. Press through that strong back leg. Inhale. And exhale, step it through to your hands. Planting your foot. Hands can come to your waist if you need. Okay. Pressing through that back heel. Again, it's okay if you need to bend that knee and come down. Not, find what feels good to you. Press through the heel, strong back leg. Inhale, arms sweep up. Deep inhale. Exhale, sink into it. All four corners of your front foot into your mat. Okay? Try to let that, keep that knee trailing to the outside of your mat. Deep inhale. Exhale. Hands come to your mat. Left foot meets right. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Then on your exhale, bend your knees. Look at your hands. Step or float forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back extends. Exhale, fold. Inhale and lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, reach out, sweep up. Exhale, down the center line. Moving from high crescent to hamstring stretch. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, down the center line as you fold forward, bowing forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending those knees enough to step it back. Downward facing dog. Fingers spread really wide. Maybe you feel like your hamstrings are a little bit warmer. Your heels are a little bit closer to your mat. Let's keep with the backs of the legs. Inhale. Left leg sweeps up and back behind you. Square those hips. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. As you bring that front through to the front of your hands. Inhale. And then on your exhale, shift your weight back. Our hamstring stretch. Okay? So, if you're feeling any pressure behind your knee, I'm going to invite you to step your left foot just a little closer. Okay, little closer, quite closer actually, maybe about 5 inches until your left foot can touch the mat. Okay, so pyramid pose, hamstring stretch. Okay, so tune in here, gaze cast down. I have a micro bend, the tiniest bend in my right knee. Okay, you don't have to go all the way over. Okay, you can be on blocks. You also can be without making pressure on your knee. Palms can be on your shin. Okay, and now I invite you to bring both hands to your waist. Feel a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And I want you very slowly tune in to where your hips are. Are they even? Or maybe you have to gently coax that right hip back to square both hips. Okay, feel that? Your hips are at an angle maybe, mine were, and then I'm gonna walk that back. So now, both hips are in line, micro bend in that knee. Now, feeling this in our body, and that's quite a stretch, okay? My torso is not melting over my front leg just yet. If that's you, go there, cool. If not, I invite you to just breathe here. Deep breath in, slow breath out, coaxing that hip to stay back and square. Deep breath in, slow breath out. On your inhale, bend both knees and lift your chest. Shake that out. Rock and roll those hips. Hip shake. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, down the center line. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. You know where we're going. Step it on back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale. Left leg sweeps up and back behind you, squaring those hips. Exhale, bend the knees, step it through. Okay, so get up for pyramid or hamstring stretch on this side. Now you'll see my back heel is lifted. If you are familiar with this, you can keep that here, okay? And go over. And I'm going to introduce you to this side, same as the other side, is to bring it in. Step that foot, back foot in to wherever your heel can touch, okay? So, front leg, right leg is still out in front. So each of your feet have its own lane, okay? So you're not crossed. Yes, so we were not crossed here. So one foot is not behind the other. Okay, chest is lifted, coming back to your breath. Hamstring stretch, remember those hips. So this side will do something just a little different. Hands to your hips. Now automatically my left foot, I can feel my left hip is tilting up. I'm going to invite it back down to square those hips. Hands on the hips. I'm going to keep that left hip, here in my mouth. Left hip back. So I'm going to gently bring my peace fingers to that hip, okay? Looking at my front leg, my left leg, micro bend there. Lift my chest, lift my heart. I'm going to gently, with a flat back, bring my chest forward. My body is intuitively telling me where I need to stop. Micro bend in this front leg, in the knee. Okay, no strain here. My hands came down to my shin, but you can keep your hands at your waist. Make sure you're feeling that hip walk back squared. Okay, so maybe it's forward and then you're pressing it back. Hips are in line, gaze down. If you're familiar with pyramid, go to whichever expression that you'd like. Hands on either side of the foot. Maybe your hand comes to your shin or the top of your thigh. Keeping that left hip back, squaring the hips. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, and exhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, bending that knee, coming back to the top of your mat. Shake that out. Inhale. Arms sweep up, reaching up, exhaling as you bow forward. Slowing things down, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. You know where we're going. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back into that favorite position today, downward facing. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk your feet forward or float. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back extend. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, rise up. Exhale down the center line. Coming to side on, quick water break. We're going to move into our balance postures. So come back to your breath in the mountain pose with me. Filling up your lungs and exhaling with mouth closed. Coming into a balance posture. Okay, we moved a lot into our hips and our hamstrings today. I'm going to stay with this pace. I'm going to invite you to do a tree pose variation. I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. Okay, you choose. Remember, each time you come to your mat, it's going to be different. One side may be different than the left. Okay, so with me, bringing your right foot, wait until your right foot's shifting that weight, okay? So our standing leg has that micro bend, my chest is lifted, I'm engaging my core, my glutes, then to bend the left knee, okay? Lift the left knee, flexing that foot, okay? Now crossing that left ankle on top of the right knee, remember this? Okay, left ankle, right knee, hands to heart per pose. Okay, so staying here, knowing that we may wobble, that's okay. If we came out, we smile, start again, okay? Flexing that foot, draping it on top. You can even assist it a little bit, okay? So find your focal point, keep the top foot flexed, okay, on top of that knee. Now lift your chest and gaze, though your gaze should be at a non-moving object, okay? So right up in front of your drishti, okay? Lift your chest. I'll squeeze that glute and press that bent left knee open. And I might fall, that's okay. And release, shake that out, roll the ankles. Other side. Variation, okay? So, here's my wall, okay? And on this side, oh, here's my wall, okay? Yep, this way, okay. So, I'm gonna use the wall to steady me this time. Opposite leg, okay, you choose, opposite leg, weight into your foot. Left foot, right foot bends. Right ankle, I'm gonna assist that. Right ankle is flexed and I'm resting above my left knee, lifting my heart, long spine. I'm gonna hold here, this is great too, okay? Can press that knee, open and away. Find your drishti, a few feet out in front of you, hands come to heart. Top foot flexed. Staying here for a moment. Or if you like, you can use the wall or without the wall. Gently sit back into a chair pose. Okay, I'm gonna use the wall briefly, and that's okay. This is all yoga. Ever variation, you choose. Don't let anyone ever tell you any different. Okay? And breathe in and breathe out. Release with control if you can. Roll that out. Okay, roll those out, or those ankles out. Thank you, ankles. Being really strong and steady. Okay, the next posture we're going to move into for our balance is airplane pose, or Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, we're going to do it from a standing position. Okay, with arms variation, okay? If you already know what I'm going to say in the airplane mode pose, go ahead and go there, I'll invite you, okay? Or join me. Core work, important in this posture, okay? So I'm gonna actually move side on. I told you the wall was right here for me. And if you'd like, use the wall to help you, totally fine, okay? So, Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3, long spine, bringing the weight into right foot, left foot bends, hands come to heart, actually hands come to hips. Okay, so we're in briefly here in a flamingo pose. Flex that foot, please. Okay, micro bend in the standing leg. You're slowly going to hinge forward, hands at hips. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze your abs as you kick that left leg behind you. Okay, up and back, press through the heel. Remember, if we fall out, we just smile, start again, that's okay. Whichever variation feels good to you, and my variation will be holding the wall, okay? Press through your heel. Hands come out in front of you, maybe. Like superwoman, superman, superperson. Or maybe they come out to a Y. Press that heel back behind you. Squeeze those glutes, embrace the core. Or maybe hands come out just like an airplane. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep it through, stand up. Other side. Okay, so you know we're going to airplane mode. Posture on this side. So whichever variation feels good. You want to play with all 3 hand positions, you may. Okay, I am going to cue for squeezing those glutes, micro bend, chest lifted, micro bend in the straight leg. Briefly here, flex the foot, flex the right foot as we hinge forward, hands at hips, kick it back. Okay, and again, if you wobble, that's just fine. That is okay. Hands stay at your hips while that strong leg braces back behind you, heels pressing towards the back wall. Maybe your arms come out to a T or Y or a V, or maybe pointing both index finger and see, smile start again, or you can interlace, whichever feels good to you today. And yeah, that is okay. So your instructor is wobbling, that's all right. Finish up there, wherever you're good. Come to face the front. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center, prayer pose as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, folding forward. Moving into monkey pose. So I'm in my forward fold. My knees are generously bent, very bent. I'm going to invite you to put your one of your hand, your first hand, underneath your right foot. So, yes, generous bend of the knees. We are putting our right foot in the palm of our hand. Monkey pose. So toes are coming to the right wrist crease. Okay, lifting the toes on the left side. Hand tucks underneath. All those toes are now massaging our palms. Toes are coming up to our wrists. Generous, generous bend in your knees. When you're ready, you can stay here, or if you like, slightly straighten. Okay. Protecting those knees, always with that slight micro bend. Head hangs long, monkey pose. Okay, you can even press and bend, elbows bent, or you can stay elbows or long arms, or you can bend. Inhaling here, exhaling out very slowly, one hand at a time. Right toes lift, right hand comes out, left toes lift, left hand comes out. Hands to your hips, inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, and exhale out. Shake out those wrists, shake out those knees, ankles. Moving into opening up your chest a little bit more. Gomukhasana. Gomukhasana. So I don't have any props here. I'm going to use just my hands. If you have a strap, I'll invite you to grab that, or a towel near you, or even the back of your shirt. Okay, so inhale, sweep your arms up. Then as you exhale, left palm comes to right elbow. Right hand back behind you, giving yourself that high five. We did this in our last practice. Okay, a little pat on the back. Okay, stretching up. Now stretching the arms here. Okay, make sure there's no tension in your neck. I'm gonna invite you to step wide. Okay, micro bend in the knees. And from here, okay, relax your jaw, relax your neck. You see me roll around my jaw and make sure. So often we have tight shoulders or arms here. We'll start to grimace our face, okay? So relax that face. So toes in, heels out, micro bend, long spine. Staying here, inhale. And on your exhale, release. I'm gonna stretch the other side. Okay? Inhale, arms sweep up. Palms facing, drop in, left hand behind you, right palm to the elbow. Again, there's no pressure on the neck with the forearm. Okay, relax your chest, relax your arms. Okay, deep stretch here. My shoulders feel tight today, and so tuning into what my body's doing. Your spine, like mine, might be really bendy. So I'll challenge you to get this full stretch here. A good stretch here is to make sure those ribs are not flaring up. Okay, I'm going to touch my ribs to make sure they're not flaring up. I braced my core, tailbone down, and then I'm really just stretching the arms and not so much the spine. Okay, watch the flared elbows, flared ribs. Deep breath in, slow breath out and release. Okay, interlace the fingers behind. Okay, you can rest your forearms at your small of your back, stacked behind you. You do have the option then to interlace your fingers and creep the fingers all the way down the tailbone, whatever feels good to you here. Deep breath in. Slow breath out, bending the knees as you hinge forward, gaze down, choosing whichever feels good to you. Okay, so your fingers could be skyward, they could be pressing to the back behind you, or your forearms could be at the small of your back. What feels good? What feels comfortable? Deep breath in, slow breath out. As we rise, important to bend those knees and inhale up. Okay, we can do that again. Inhale, arm sweep. Then on your exhale, sweep to either side wall. Opposite, whichever you did last time, opposite thumb on top, okay? Or opposite forearm on top. Inhale here with a flat back, hinging from the hips as you fold forward. Feels a little different if you don't have your dominant hand on top. As we rise, to save off from getting dizzy, bend those knees and inhale, slowly rise. Release that, okay, shake that out. Moving to Gomukhasana, okay? So here's your choice. You can stay here, you can stay here, whatever arm stretch feels good to you, okay? So, I'm gonna give you total options. Inhale, arm sweep, reach, okay? Then folding one arm back, right arm back, okay? And I've got my left palm on top of my right elbow. Make sure I'm not flaring my ribs, okay? And then I also start to release my top arm. So release my left arm, then I'll start to sweep it back behind me, okay? So maybe you see my little hand here, hi hand, hi there from behind my back, or maybe it's at the small of your back. This is a very good stretch, okay? Wherever your arm meets, okay, without forcing or flaring or bending, working our spine into what we think should be happening now, let's focus on the breath. See where it brings us. Inhale here. Exhale out. Slowly, very slowly, maybe you're creeping that arm up the back, trying to reach for those fingers on top. Maybe you're grabbing your shirt, the back of your shirt, deepening the stretch. Maybe you've grabbed that towel already and are bracing the towel. Deep breath in. Staying here in this stretch, or if you like, hinging forward. Soft knees, flat back. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bend your knees and rise. Shake that arm. Check that out. Windmill the arms. Whew. Other side. Okay. So opposite arm comes back behind. Do that little pat in the back. Thank you, strong body. Okay. Thank you for bringing the practice. Opposite elbow. Okay. Staying here if you'd like. Feeling this stretch. Or if you'd like, let right arm comes back behind you. Wherever. Maybe it's the small of your back. Maybe it's reaching toward those fingers. Maybe you're clasping that strap. Inhale and exhale, staying here, or with me, you can hinge forward, hips back. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, micro bend in your knees. Lots going on, so take one final breath here. Inhale, exhale out. And on your next inhale, bend those knees, lift your chest, lift your heart. Release, big windmills back. Inhale. And exhale, release. Shake that out. Now meet me on your mat. So however you get there is fine. Coming together. Okay. Here we are, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, rolling to your back. Small of your back into your mat. Okay. Taking a deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale. Right leg comes to your chest. Left knee can stay bent or extend that foot long. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly, very slowly, we're going to start bringing that right leg over, crossing the midline of the body, moving to a gentle spinal twist. Okay. Left hand arm out. Gaze can be at the ceiling or back behind you to spread your limbs wide. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhaling, coming back, rolling slowly back. Hug the knee. Extend that leg long. Other knee, left knee to your chest. Again, if this is too much on your body, you can always bend and put your foot flat on your mat. Wherever you are, whether or not your right leg is bent or stretched, I invite you to gently smooth into your twist on this side. Gaze again can be to the ceiling or to the side. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Before we move into Shavasana, hugging those knees to your chest, rocking back and forth. Okay, one last posture. Okay, moving into a reclined butterfly. Reclined butterfly. So soles of my feet are together. And my outside blades of my foot are opening like a book. Okay, can put some gentle palms here on your inner thighs. Or if you like, stay there or reaching arms up overhead. super person stretch. Coming back to our opposite palm, opposite elbows. Relaxing here, bending. Just a different arm variation as we are in our reclined butterfly. Deep belly breath in and a slow breath out. Releasing your hands, bring your knees together, hug your knees to your chest, setting up for Shavasana. So if you have a busy yogi mind, I invite you to stay in this reclined butterfly posture to keep your mind still or present. Or if you have any low back issues, I invite you to bring your feet wide apart, knees together, small of your back into your mat, okay? Palms up receiving, okay? Or find your most comfortable Shavasana. What does that look like for you? Go there now. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Invite you to thank your body for bringing you to this practice, carving out this time to move and stretch. With every exhale, becoming more and more relaxed. This is a sensation of floating deeper and deeper into your mat. Relax the ankles, toes, shins, knees. Relax the belly muscles, chest, forearms, fingers, shoulders, jaw, face. Relax in the space in between the brows. Coming back to your normal breath cadence. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Going back into the space, slowly wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, doing that super person stretch, nice full body stretch. Rolling to your right side, using your right forearm as a pillow. Hips are stacked, fetal position. Very slowly pressing the palms as you come to a comfortable seat. Sukhasana, easy seated pose, crisscross, or maybe you find half or full lotus. Going back into our intention, hands at heart center, chin slightly bowed. Having more compassion, I hope, at the end of this practice for yourself, for your body, and for those around you. Bowing forward. Thank you so much for joining me today for our practice. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.